Some perspective on what's going on here. I watched the Comey news conference.
Yes.
His words were carefully crafted, and he said, sure, Hillary Clinton was extremely careless. Now, the criminal standard is gross negligence. Are we talking semantics here?
Many people think you are, because under the Espionage Act, the 1917 Espionage Act, it can be either through intentionally mishandling of classified information, or it can be through gross negligence. Extreme carelessness, to many, is opposite side of the same coin of gross negligence. And so one of the criticisms from some on the Republican side is that extreme carelessness, in fact, constitutes gross negligence. But you have to look to the totality of his statement, because in the totality of his statement, he really does say, when you look back, you've never seen a case really prosecuted like this one.
Even though Hillary Clinton won't be tried in court, or so it appears, she is definitely going to be tried in the court of public opinion.
She will, and she's not going to be tried in court. One big takeaway from this is that the biggest obstacle to her presidency has been removed. Make no mistake about that. If the recommendation had been different, if she had been indicted, it would have been a game changer. It was the biggest obstacle. That obstacle has been removed. However, and that was the good news, the bad news for her, as you just stated, is that in the court of public opinion, his report, his statements were fairly scathing. He contradicted her on basically point by point. She stated that she had never sent or received classified information. He said she did send and receive classified information. She said none of it was marked classified. He said some of it was marked classified. It was small, but more importantly, he said any reasonable person in her position would have recognized that it was. She said she turned over all her work-related emails. He said they found thousands of work-related emails that were not turned over. He did not attribute, however, any systematic exclusion. Point by point by point, his statement was fairly scathing, politically.
Let's use the word politically here to frame our next question. It's an election year. Paul Ryan, the House Speaker, says the FBI's decision defies explanation. And let me couch that by saying that James Comey is a Republican. Donald Trump said that the whole thing was rigged. Is politics at play here, or is justice at play here?
I think it's a bit of both, but you're talking a lot of politics. I do have to say, James Comey is widely respected, a man of great integrity, and recognized on both sides of the aisle, both Republicans and Democrats, as being somebody greatly respected. Even those who disagree with his decision do not disagree with his integrity, and they may disagree with his judgment, but not his conclusion. As you might expect, Donald Trump, running for president, Republican side, is going to be highly critical of the conclusion, and the Speaker of the House highly critical. Some of that is very political, but his statement was extraordinary. It was historic. Not too often, in fact, in my lifetime, I don't recall an FBI director making this kind of statement. And many of his conclusions really were the kind of statements that you'd get from the prosecutor of the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District, which is what he used to be. In other words, he was acting more as a prosecutor than the investigative arm. Much of what he did, however, does take Loretta Lynch and the Justice Department off the hook.
We are about 3-4 months out from the election itself. Hillary Clinton clearly has to do damage control. What does she need to do, and how can she do it?
She needs to change the subject and put it behind her as quickly as possible, and I think she will try to do exactly that. She will say this matter is over. It's hung around. It's been around for over a year. She's going to put it behind her. She's going to say she is glad that this has been concluded, and she always believed she would not be indicted. The recommendation is that not. If I were her, I would change the subject and move on.
And ironic that President Obama was on the campaign trail with her for the first time yesterday, because a lot of people believe that he is the one who can give her the credibility she needs. Rick Mullaney, thanks. Appreciate you being here.